Hi, I'm Ashley Namlaw from New Beginning Church, and today I'm here with Pastor Matthew A. Davis. Thank you for being with us here today. We want to discuss your 13 years being the pastor of the New Beginning Church.
Thank you so much for having me today, Ashley.
Our first question for today is, why and how did you become a pastor?
Well, I became a pastor because God has called me to do this. This is something that I would not have chosen myself. For years, my wife and I were foreign missionaries to Brazil and Czech Republic, but a calling came upon my life. God asked me and compelled me to become a pastor.
Okay, so how did you make it to be here with us at the New Beginning Church?
Well, I was preaching in a Friday night service, Good Friday night service, myself and 6 other brothers at a local church. And a gentleman came up to me after the benediction and he said, "Hey, we believe that you can lead our church to a bigger and better situation than what we're in." He said, "We want you to put in an application to be our new pastor." I said to him, "I'm not a pastor, I'm not pastor material." He said, "Well, at least put a resume in." I put a resume in, and once I put the resume in, it was 13 guys, and I was the 13th one. And they went through the process, and later, almost a year later, they had an election. More than a year later, they had an election, and I became the pastor.
Okay, so what were some major factors that contributed to the church's success?
Well, first of all, God is the major factor. And as long as we put God first and we walked in the Word and trusted God, God did some amazing things in these last 13 years. One of the things that He did, first of all, is we impacted the community. And we impacted the community through music, through robotics, and we've impacted the community through just getting to know people and being a loving family.
Okay, and now we know the building itself has a significance. What is the big thing about the building?
Our building is shaped in a cross. If you fly over our building, you will see laying on the ground a huge blue cross. Our blue top sets off that cross. And the identity of this cross from the sky says to all mankind that we believe that Jesus Christ died on Calvary, that He was buried in a borrowed tomb and rose from the dead. And as you know, Ashley, this simple story leads one to Christ and leads one to salvation.
Yes, very true. Now, were there any major obstacles that the church faced?
Yeah, there were some major obstacles in the fact that we were 40 people, and 18 of those 40 were children, and we were looking to build a church. We were looking to motivate people in ministry. We came across this horse pasture that we're now sitting in. This horse pasture was filled with trees, 30-foot trees, and when we looked at it, most people said, "This is just a jungle. This is just a forest." But where they saw a forest and a jungle, I saw a soul mine. And so we bought this horse pasture with 40 people, 18 of those 40 were children. We paid it off cash. After we paid it off cash, then we began to build this building. In about a year and a half, you have now what you see as this cross-shaped building. And God did it, and the only way we could have done it is through God.
So what were some major milestones that the church has come through?
Well, one is that we were able to keep people together. We relocated from the southwest side to the southeast side, and during that relocation, usually churches go through some obstacles of people leaving the church, but we didn't have so much of that during that time. People were excited, people were energized, people gave money, people worshiped on a regular basis. And when we got to this building, it was a dream come true because we did not have a building for the first 3 years. We just migrated from the school to a storefront, and now here we are in this cross-shaped building. In the process of that, souls were saved, lives were changed, people were renewed, and hope has been restored.
Okay, so where do you see New Beginning in 20 years?
20 years from now, I believe that not only will New Beginning have this 7-acre property, but we will have several other properties that will go along with it. This property alone has been designed and laid out to be a multifaceted, multi-purpose property that will include the young as well as the old. First of all, This building that we're in now will become our youth center, and it will become our office space. We will build another sanctuary. This sanctuary holds 300. Our next phase will hold 1,000. And after that point, we're looking to build a multi-purpose center. That multi-purpose center will house basketball and volleyball. In one wing, it will have a technology center. On the other wing, it will be fine arts and music. And then the back wing, there will be a medical training institute for young people. The final piece of this puzzle will be a senior citizens living complex where senior citizens can actually live on this property, walk to church, and it will benefit the young, the middle-aged, and the old.
So what big impact has NBC had on the community?
We've had a major impact in that we've actually built our own maker space here, and we've built our own music institute here. And the thing that's coming now is a drama and theatrics class where we will actually have young people involved in theater. They will be involved in music as they are now, and they will also be involved in robotics and technology, the STEM programs. Therefore, we do STEAM, which is not just STEM, but it's STEAM with the arts added in, where we have praise dancing, where we have music, where we have robotics and technology and math. And so we're looking to make a major impact, even more than what we've already made.
Is there anything that you would like to tell your congregation?
Thank you so much for having me for the last 13 years as your pastor. It's been a great ride. God has done some great things. And as we continue to keep God first, God would do even greater things, more than we can even imagine.
We'd like to thank Pastor Matthew Davis for being here with us today and impacting so many lives like my own. If it hadn't been for him, I would not be able to sit here today and talk to you guys. We'd like to congratulate him on 13 years and many more to come.